Hello, everybody, and welcome to another special midday episode of Right Now. I'm your host, Frank Martin. My guest is Cassie Swindon.
Hey, everybody.
I didn't ask you this before we went live. I was trying to think of something because I knew I was missing something. Did you have anything you wanted to share, like anything specific about yourself, a new release or something?
My newest release is called The Never Hour. That is a Peter Pan fairy tale flip gender swap. So Peter Pan is a female. It's meant for adults, and she brings in this man at a bar. So he's not really a bartender, but he's kind of a bartender through the portal to Neverland. But it's not called Neverland there. It's called something a little bit different. There's magical pixie dust, there's mythical creatures, but it's modern setting. Some people think that modern setting needs to be urban fantasy. I disagree. I don't think it's considered exact urban fantasy. But yeah, it's fun. Peter Pan, it's cool. I like it. It's fun.
Did you have it on your website? Because that's what I just pulled up.
Yeah. So that top one, the green one at the top, okay. That's the end of that series. They're all standalones. So that one is a completed series, but you can read them separately. The first one's The Little Mermaid, gender swap, The Wicked Blue. The second one is Beauty and the Beast, gender swap. That is The Phantom Ink. That one's pretty cool. It's got some gothic vibes, Enchanted Fortress and stuff. And I actually just went to my first author signing on Saturday in Georgia. So that was kind of cool that I got to practice, talking about the books to readers who came to the table.
It's weird that you spend all these time in this world developing these characters, but then when you need to articulate to people, you need to have practice to do that.
Yeah, I'm like, it's got some magic, some cool stuff, and I'm just like sitting there. Yeah. My sister actually has read all of them, and she was better at explaining them than I was.
Oh, that's nice. I have my own fairy tale thing. It's my comic book series called Grim Space, and so I take various fairy and folk tales, and I give them like a Star Wars spin to them. Oh. So like seeing stuff like this is always close to my heart. It's fun taking things that are familiar and making them original to people and new and fresh again. So I definitely find that interesting. I'm with you too. I'm not big on labels. Like everybody wants to put stories into a certain box, like urban fantasy. Well, if it's fantasy and it's modern day, it has to be this. I'm like, no, it doesn't have to be anything. It is what it is. And then it either resonates with people or it doesn't.
Yeah, a lot of my modern fantasy vibes are in nature. Like they're outside, they're in the forest. So because of that, it doesn't feel urban. So it just kind of has its own little path that it takes.
Mm-hmm. So it's just these 3 books in this one series?
Yeah, and then the other series I wrote before that is the Linked Trilogy. That's a completed trilogy, so they're not standalones. It's got a little bit of enemies to lovers in there. Elemental magic, so magic like earth, wind, fire, water. A little bit of a love triangle. Yeah, that one's fun too. That one feels a little bit more serious. The stakes are higher. It has a tiny bit of a dystopian vibe actually, but only some readers kind of catch on to that. It's not a traditional like dystopian route either. Yeah.
You're a better author than me because whenever I'm for my own series where I'm dealing with fairy tales, I can't stop because there's just so many of them. You can literally go on forever.
I have one friend who wants me to do like a Sleeping Beauty one, and I'm like, nope, I'm moving on. I'm only doing those 3.
I had the opposite problem. So I had writer OCD. So I'm doing a whole bunch of standalone stuff. And then at some point, I've decided to stop and double down on my fairy tale series because I have to build something up. Because at some point, you can't just keep bouncing back and forth between all these singular standalone things. But you got a series of trilogies going. So you got a nice bundle. Oh, another one.
Yeah, so of Witches and Men are what I am drafting right now. I already drafted 2 out of 3 of them, and these are kind of more like witchy rom-coms that are going to come out next fall. So they still have to go through all the stages. Lower stakes, they still have magic, witchy, and they're all set in North Carolina, but in fake cities in North Carolina. So instead of Raleigh is considered Oakmar. Instead of Wilmington, I spell it like Wilmington. It's a little bit different. Instead of Asheville, I think I'm going to make up a name for that. So yeah, that one's fun too.
No, you've done a good job with these banners, giving the vibe and the feel for them. You could tell exactly, but you could tell exactly what they're about just by like in the feel. So let's transition over to the main event, which is right now, my stupid little show where we're going to work together to come up with a short story in real time and hopefully don't screw it up. So for those who have never seen the show before, premise is quite simple. I am going to start us off writing a sentence. Cassie's going to come after me, write another sentence to keep the story going, and we will continue alternating until we get bored. So today, every episode has a different theme. So that means every sentence has to contain some sort of element to it, whether it be whatever that theme is. Today's theme, keeping in line with Cassie loves to set stories in nature. We're going to do nature. So what does that mean? I'm not quite sure, but we'll figure it out as we go. Any questions?
I think I do have one question on my end.
Okay. All right, let's go.
I usually write in first person narrative. What do you write in?
You know what? Every single episode has been in third person. That doesn't mean we have to do it. You want to do a first person story? No, let's just throw a curveball right as we're about to do this. That's fine.
I was like, I should probably say that right away before I start. Okay.
You know what's tough about first person is that in this instance is that you need to build up the character, right? You have to tell the audience who you are. So it's hard to do that while keeping the story going because it's exposition a little bit, but we'll figure it out. So
that's your call, your show.
No, I've never done it before. You gave me a challenge. So
okay.
So I can't back down from a challenge. So today was such a bad day. I couldn't wait to get home from school and hide away in my treehouse. So we don't know who this person is. We don't know how old they are. We don't know where they live. But we do know that they go to school, so probably a younger person. And they went into their treehouse. So treehouse would be my nature element.
All right. Do I have to talk about, like, say it out loud when I write it?
No, that's just a weird writing quirk that I have. I do that on my own, but it's especially helpful in this show because a show of two people writing in silence is very boring. So you got to fill the dead air at some point. So I've kind of trained myself to just ramble during this. Like, you don't even have to listen to what I'm saying. You could just pay attention to your writing. Just let me just go on and on and on and on. Dad built it. I'm assuming you want this 4 out of here, right?
Yeah.
Dad built it 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay. Dad built it 10 years ago on my 6th birthday, and what I remember most was the scent of campfire wafting through the breeze. Is it bad that I see the word campfire and immediately I have the urge to make this a horror story?
I mean, we already got the character 16. So, like, when you said treehouse, I'm like, I don't think I can do a 10-year-old. So I made him older. Wait, yeah, is it gonna be a boy or a girl? We gotta figure that out too.
I don't know. What if we just went through the whole story and never specified?
That's fine.
Dad built it 10 years ago on my 6th birthday, and what I remember most was the scent of campfire wafting through the breeze. I'm starting this off like it's the first chapter of a novel. A lot's happened since then. A lot has, yeah. I mean, are you okay with making things horror-ish?
Yeah.
A lot has happened since Dad built it 10 years ago on my 6th. A lot has happened since then when one of the counselors at the summer camp went on a killing spree with a large branch.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of a murder weapon that is a killing spree with a large. That's nature related. What they don't know is that I've hidden the branch in my backyard, in the deepest hole I've ever dug, to use tonight. Dun dun dun. A lot has happened since then when one of the counselors at the summer camp went on a killing spree with a large branch. What they don't know is that I've hidden the branch in my backyard in the deepest hole I've ever dug to use tonight. So we don't know what he's going to use, or he or she is going to use the branch for.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I have to specify why he has the branch, why he has a murder weapon for a killing spree at a summer camp. That's like a kid hiding Jason's machete under his bed.
Okay, so you gotta give me like a little bit of leeway because I have never seen one horror movie in my entire life, and I never will. So I can get like a little bit of the vibe in there, but like if you go too deep, I'm gonna get lost.
That's fine. What they don't know is that I've hidden the branch in my backyard in the deepest hole I've ever dug to use tonight. I don't know why I stole it, but when the police were looking, I snuck into the campground and found the bloody wooden stick under. I don't know. I mean, that should qualify. Bloody wooden stick. That should be the nature element. I was going to say under leaves, but I don't want to take away leaves.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I stole it, but when the police were looking, I snuck into the campground and found the bloody wooden stick under, I don't know, a canoe. I'm curious what this person what's the branch for? Maybe it was because I had an uncanny feeling that my crush, Dawn, may have been involved somehow.
So does Dawn count because it's a name, but it's nature?
Sure. Okay.
That's what I was going with.
Because I had an uncanny feeling that my crush, Dawn, may have been involved somehow. So let's see. When did we specify when this happened?
Oh, 10 years ago. Wait, no, that was a treehouse.
That was yes. We haven't specified when the murders actually took place. Maybe it was somehow. Maybe it was because I had an uncanny feeling that my crush Dawn may have been involved somehow.
Maybe the summer camp was like last year. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. I got an idea.
Maybe just over the summer. Like, if they started school 3 months ago, you know?
Yeah, it could have been.
Senior year.
She's been missing since then. 3 months ago. And I took a Wiccan book. This is probably more your expertise than mine, but I know nothing about being a Wiccan. And I took a Wiccan book out from the school library, hoping the branch would lead me to her. So I'm going to use Wiccan as my nature element because, I don't know, I feel like they're nature people.
Okay.
I feel like we're moving very fast, by the way.
I'm very, very fast-paced. So fast-paced in the way that we're doing the story, or fast-paced and going back and forth? Like for plot wise, I go very, very fast.
That's fine. No, but the plot's moving. We're writing a lot of sentences, is what I mean.
Okay, so that way. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. Story. The most of the episodes I do move a lot slower. But you, when it's your turn, you're just like, I got it. I know what I'm doing.
I got it.
Which is, it's very hard doing that with this because you can't plan ahead. If you want to take the story somewhere, the other person could completely unravel that. So you have to plan a sentence at a time.
I'm trying not to plan anything, and I'll just get lost.
She's been missing since then 3 months, and I took a Wiccan book out from the school library, hoping the branch would lead me to her. The other ingredients necessary in the spell need to be gathered before the full moon tonight: cranberries, dried leaves from an owl's nest, and a feather from a raven. I'm going to put a little Oxford comma there.
Yeah, my grammar might be crap.
Feather from her raven. After decompressing in the treehouse for about an hour, I head out into the woods in my backyard. To go on my magical scavenger hunt.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm a plotter by nature, so this is a nice exercise for me to not be able to do that. I always have to like have a full outline and know exactly where things are going to go before I even start the first chapter of a book. Cemetery. The sound of the leaves crunching under my boots sounded like whispers from the dead buried in the nearby cemetery, the one I refused to visit. This, we still haven't specified, this is a girl or a boy. I mean, in my head, it's a girl, but...
In my head, it's a girl, too.
But she has a cemetery and the site of a massacre just like within spitting distance of her house.
She's got a cool house, so...
The sound of leaves crunching under my boots sounded like whispers from the dead buried in the nearby cemetery, the one I refused to visit. I imagined the search would take all night, but I got lucky upon hearing the hoots of an owl above my head. I'm making it easy for her.
All right, where's the owl thing that I said? The dried leaves. Okay.
We basically have to get her to get all this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to give her an objective because otherwise I'll just like be meandering around without like a purpose.
Some of the stories I write on this show do that. We get so caught up in like just weird things that we're like, we have to have a plot. There has to be some sort of obstacle going on here.
Yeah.
Thankful for my practice rock climbing in gym class, I hoisted my foot on the lowest level branch and ignored the sensation of someone watching me from behind.
Did I even like, so we've used branch a lot. Do I need to add something else? Or I guess rock climbing.
Rock climbing counts.
Okay.
Rock climbing counts.
How about I take out gym class so that way rock climbing could just be like a hobby and it's more nature.
By practice, I hoisted my foot on the lowest level branch. Yeah, because if you didn't put rock climbing, I would have to deduct you 5 points.
Oh man, what can get me an A+?
This is you're gonna find this funny. Where am I? Am I here? I can't even tell. I got super lucky. I know. The owl flew away as I approached its nest and got super lucky upon finding a dead raven.
Oh, they're both in the same spot.
Yeah, the owl flew away as I approached his nest and got super lucky upon finding a dead raven.
What kind of owl will eat a raven?
I don't know, but it's for the sake of our story. That's
all right. Is that a period at the end?
I'm wondering. Yeah, fine. On finding a dead raven as I approached the tree. I don't want to put nest twice. Raven in the nest. The owl flew away as I approached. No, get rid of it. It's the treetop and got super lucky upon finding a dead raven in the nest. You know what it is? I'm very anxious for her to do this spell, so I'm like, we got to get all the things as quickly as possible to do.
Oh no! Okay. So we got to do the spell. Is that like the
climax? And then the owl came back with some cranberries, and we were good to go.
Well, hold on. Okay, so the owl flew away as I approached the treetop and got super lucky by it. Okay. I don't like it. No.
Super lucky about finding a dead raven in the nest. My palms were clammy. And she slipped and fell.
No, because then she's going to have a broken leg and she's not going to go anywhere.
Palms became clammy and my heart started racing when the raven's eyes popped open.
Okay, so is anything in there new that's nature, or can we just use like? No. Can my heart be racing be considered nature because humans are in nature?
I can stretch. That's a stretch. How about this? My palms became clammy against the bark.
Okay, there you go. I like it. That's your point.
When the raven's eye popped open.
I'm just throwing you obstacles.
You are. What should we do?
Ooh, I should ask the reader age of your blog to know if swear words are allowed.
Just go for it. Whatever.
Okay.
My palms became clammy against the bark, and my heart started racing when the raven's eye popped open. The bird startled. No. I reached for the bird as it took off. And managed to snag one of its feathers in one hand and leaves from the nest in nest. We haven't used twig yet.
Okay. So
she fell, basically.
All right.
Reached the bird as it took off and managed to snag one of its feathers in one hand and leaves from the nest in the other. So she slipped from the tree, but she's got two of the items she needs as she's about to tumble. Scratches sliced up both arms. The pain, like you could put thorns in there somewhere. That could be your nature on it. Scratches sliced up both.
Complicated?
Scratches sliced up both arms. The pain worse than the time thorns got stuck in my foot when Dawn and I took a walk along the riverbed over the summer. I know what I want to do, but I don't know if you're going to follow suit. So we'll just figure out how this goes.
Are we not allowed to like chat about it at all? We can't say anything.
That's scheming.
I keep like giving you like a path to go, like a different path.
Unable to catch myself, I fell from the tree, fully prepared to hit the muddy ground, but instead, unable to catch myself, I fell from front to the tree. No, from the tree, fully prepared to hit the muddy ground, but instead, the person, I don't know if you like were hinting at something here, but when you said ignore the sensation of someone watching me from behind, so, but instead, the person who was watching. But instead fell and dropped into the arms of the person who was watching me from behind. So we're introducing a new character. Instead dropped into the arms of the person who had been watching me. I know who I want to make this character, but I can't really tell you because that would be cheap.
Okay. That has no nature in it.
Counselor Jasper. You will change Jasper's name to something nature-like. Rose.
Well, Jasper is nature, isn't it?
Jasper's, I don't know. Jasper's a flower, right? Or
yeah. Plant? I can add more though.
No, it's fine. I was yeah, Jasper's something. I don't know why. You know what it is? I had a cat named Jasper, so I immediately think like Jasper's just a name. It's not a thing. So Counselor Jasper, what are you doing here? I asked, the wind tussling his jet black hair.
Okay. Is that good? No. I don't know how to spell anything. Two-souled? Right. That's not the word. Tussled?
I'm gonna do my own advice now. Ready? Dawn was my I mean, at 16, they're not really attending summer camp. You could call her like.
Yeah, they have like sleepaway camp for teens. Yeah.
Dawn was my camper, Rose. So I gave her a name.
Okay, we got Rose, Dawn, and Jasper. Okay.
Jasper replied. Whatever. I don't know how to spell this word, but I'm gonna Google it real quick. There we go. Copy and paste. Whatever cockamamie scheme you have to get her back, I want in. No, not get her back, because that's insinuating she's gone. Whatever you have to find her. Okay.
All right.
So now we have some context.
All right. So what is the person holding? Rose is holding leaves and.
She needs cranberries.
Okay.
She's got the leaves. She's got the owl. No, she's got the owl leaves and the raven feather, and now she needs some cranberries. Well, the cranberry bush is to go next, but there's no chance I'm leading Jasper in that direction, since he was the one rumored to kill them. Did we specify that the killer got caught? No. A lot has happened since then, when one of the counselors of the summer camp went on a killing spree with a large branch. Okay.
Are we allowed to go back and edit anything from before? Or no.
I mean, that's kind of a big edit, but we'll leave it. What I'll do is a lot has happened since then. unidentified counselor.
Unidentified. There we go.
Oh, an unidentified counselor at the camp. That's wild. That somebody just went on a killing spree at a summer camp and I have no idea who it is.
Oh man.
I know where the cranberry bush is.
How many people were killed? Like, I'm very curious. I need the whole story here.
I know where the cranberry bush is to go next, but there's no chance I'm leading Jasper in that direction since he was the one rumored to kill the other teens over the summer.
So bush was my word.
Yeah, gotcha. Oop, don't do that. Thinking of a way to get rid of him, I said, if you want to help, then go to the store and pick up some hazelnut. I don't know. Is that nature?
Yeah, that's nature.
Pick up some hazelnut for a spell. She's lying, obviously.
Now I have to guess whether you want me to keep Jasper in the seat or not.
Well, I don't like loose ends, so you can get rid of him, but I am definitely going, now that he's introduced, I'm definitely going to wrap up the story with him in some fashion. So it doesn't matter if you can get rid of him now or keep him along. It's up to you.
Okay. All right. So the first time I've been like hesitant now where to go. Oh.
I don't want to influence your decision, but I think you should get rid of him.
Really?
Okay. It's up. No, you don't have to. You don't have to because she's got work to do. She's got to get cranberries. She's got to get the stick. She's got to make this. She's got to be busy. You can't have Jasper holding her back.
She's got a lot going on. No, I'm not doing it. He's got to. He's got to stay. He's got to stay. Okay.
His expression felt the same as listening to those. His expression felt the same as when I listened to those Halloween songs in minor chords. The ones that make you go bump in the night.
Oh. Is that okay? Like,
his expression felt the same as when I listened to those Halloween songs in minor chords.
Because hair and arms are nature, but like you said, that was a stretch, so I can add more.
No, I would say put an adjective in front of Halloween.
Yeah.
There we go. His sharp, stony expression felt the same. Yeah, works. As when I listened to those Halloween songs in minor chords. All right. I wanted to get rid of him and you didn't. So now you're gonna regret it.
Okay. It's more interesting when there's two going off of each other.
Oh, Rose. He taunted. realizing I suspected something. Oh, Rose, he taunted, realizing I suspected something. Did you really? No, that's not what I want to say. He taunted while pulling the bloody branch out from behind him.
There we go.
Did you really think you could hide my toy from me? Did you really think you could I'm trying to do a lot in one sentence. Oh, Rose, he taunted while pulling them in.
It works.
It does work, but yeah, I don't have a nature element in there.
So I mean, blood is nature,
but you think everything is nature.
I mean, it is, right? I mean,
it's a Ford Prius. It drives through nature.
No, that's the opposite of nature.
Oh, Rose,
it's technology, the Antichrist. Oh my God!
Pulling the bloody branch out from behind him. Oh, Rose, he taunted while pulling the bloody. Did you really think you could hide my?
You could change toy to like a nature word or like a nature weapon or
my
my nightly stick.
I'm using the old Google.
Oh, thesaurus, yes.
It says branch, synonym, limb. I guess.
I know. Yeah. I had my mighty limb. He could have a strange sense of humor.
Sure, hide mine. Here we go. This is weird. This is going to be weird, but my woody limb from me. Oh, Rose, he taunted while pulling the bloody branch out from behind him. Do you really think you could hide my woody limb from me? All right, fine.
Oh, man.
Punched away with all my might. Lunged away with all my might, muscles tense, and
Can thunder strike or does thunder boom?
As thunder struck, I mean, that's fine.
Okay.
Lunged away with all my might, muscles tense and feet ready to flee as thunder struck from the sky.
I don't like feet ready to flee because it's already lunged.
Fleeing?
No, I'm just going to do it that. Nice and simple.
I lunged away with all my might, muscles tense as thunder struck the sky. The clouds opened up, pouring rain down upon us as pursued me through the forest.
Ooh. You good there?
Yeah, I'm good.
Slushy. Oh, I don't even know how to say this word. Like, what's like the flop? Like the slush when you like go in mud. Like slop?
Mud.
Like loud
plops. Slosh is a good word. The loud, sloshy thumping. I don't know.
Of his feet thumping.
Loud, sloshy sounds of his feet thumping after me. Loud, sloshy sounds of his feet thumping after me competed with the terrible pounding of my heart behind my rib cage. All right, I'm going to move things along here. Upon reaching the bush, I grabbed the cranberries, mashed them with the feather and leaves, and began reciting the incantation I memorized from the book. Hold on. I need to come up with something.
Oh, are you doing the incantation?
No, I need a nature element in there. I think we've used all of these before. It's from the. Let's just do a synonym for nature. Mother Nature. No, none of this is good. I'm gonna.
You do upon reaching the clearing. Excuse me, because the bushes could be like in a clearing.
Sure. Upon reaching the clearing.
The garden.
No, that's good. Upon reaching the clearing, I grabbed the cranberries, mashed them with a feather and leaves, and began reciting the incantation I memorized from the book. I know what I want to have happen. Let's see if you cooperate.
I was gonna make a whole rhyme here, but I feel like that'll slow down what you want to do.
No, you can do it.
No, it won't be as interesting. It'll just like add to the vibe. Okay, so what did we have to do then? So up above, we just got our goal of getting all the ingredients. We said the spell.
She said the spell. The goal of the spell is to find
Dawn.
Dawn. Yeah.
Okay, so it's gonna have Dawn's location pop up from saying this incantation.
I mean, it's however you want to interpret it.
Okay.
Ooh, cloudy mist. Cloudy mist formed in front of me, sucking me into a vortex of spiraling wind where I saw Dawn's exact location.
Is that going in any direction of what you thought or no?
No, I'm just trying to picture it. So she got sucked into the vortex?
Like, it doesn't bring her in any... Here, I can do like a cyclone.
Sucking...
Like a cyclone. It's just like she stays in the forest, but like it's just like mist.
This is the word that's catching me. What if you put my focus?
Okay. Yeah.
Does that make more sense?
Sure. Yeah. I was just trying to like make it be like she's in this like wind tunnel thing for a moment.
Okay.
Jasper like can't reach her because otherwise she won't be able to see Dawn if Jasper's gonna like jump on her.
All right. That's fine. It still works. You're not gonna like what I'm gonna write next though.
You don't know that.
In front of me, sucking my focus into a cyclone of spiraling wind where I saw Dawn's exact location. I was hoping to see her face, but instead was met with the gloomy sight of a tombstone in the graveyard by my house.
Yeah, I knew that's what you say. That doesn't worry me.
No, poor Dawn.
Wait, are we in past tense?
Yeah. There's only one way to find out if this vision was accurate.
No, I need to add a nature word.
If this, you know what? If you write supernatural, that should qualify.
But supernatural is not natural because it's supernatural.
It's not, but it has the word natural in it. So
okay, fine. Then maybe it's the most natural word we have because it has the word in.
There's only one way to find out if the supernatural vision was accurate. Unfortunately, Jasper wasn't the least bit stunned by the vanishing cyclone and continued to stomp towards me, kicking up dirt as he moved.
Okay.
This is probably the longest story that I've written so far on this show.
So, like
fast.
when people write, I don't like to compare, but I think I go fast. Like I write 3,000 words a day when I do write, and I usually get that done in like 2.5 hours.
No, that's fast. It's definitely fast.
Is it? Okay. I don't know because like I don't really ask other people, but
I think if I actually sit down and do a writing session, I might do like 1,000 words in an hour.
Does this say how many words we're at the end? That'd be cool to see.
Well, I do that. I have been doing that where I do a word. We both guess what word count we're at.
Okay, cool. All right. Unfortunately, Jasper wasn't in the list, but still in the image. I can see his stomp towards me, kicking up dirt as he moved.
I never actually do writing sessions anymore because I don't really have time. So I write like full stories, a sentence or two on my phone at a time.
Got it.
So I might get 1,000 words in a day, but it's like spread out from when I wake up to when I go to sleep. Just like the stick in his hand can be used as a weapon to knock him out, and maybe also a shovel.